Cancer, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late July, moving into early August 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Cancerians. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going. My guides and spirit team, talk to me. What do we got for the Cancerians? Late July, moving into early August. It's Leo season. What energies, messages, insights can we pull for our good friends? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Cancer. Late July into early August. What's going on for my friends? What is happening? There we go. Thank you. Now this card it has two main messages I normally get, and they're completely opposite. So you're going to have to just take it however it hits for you. This is a big card of control, controlling the situation. But at the same time, it could also have an aspect of having fun as well. So for some of you, that could really be the case. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the July subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk more about this card. So if you look at the imagery of it, there's this little jester playing with the little puppets, right? Pulling the strings, making them dance, making them perform. And that's why I always say there is some aspect about this card of control, whether it's trying to control a situation, controlling your emotions, whatever it might be. This is someone that's kind of calling the shots and creating something as it goes along. So for some of you, yes, this could sometimes come in the form of a warning where it's like, okay, watch out, this person's pulling the strings behind the scene. But for another portion of you, it's just literally having control of the situation, which could be good, depending on what it is you're going through. Now, again, this person is playing with these puppets. That's why I always say this person's having a good time. They're having fun. So for a portion of Cancers out there, that message, other one, doesn't even have to apply. Maybe Spirit wants you to cut loose a little bit. If things have been a little serious, or you've been working a lot, or just things have been heavy, it could be very important for you to like cut loose, whether it's taking a trip or having fun. Everyone has fun in different types of ways, right? Doesn't mean you always have to go out and party, but cutting loose and enjoying yourself could be important as well. So we're just going to leave it at that for now. Let's get into tarot. And I always say the first card here doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. Let's get you 3 cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it up one time here for my Cancerians, please. And while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. It was titled Here They Come, and a big vibe I was picking up last week was a magnetic energy. And I was saying, hey, Cancer, you might be a lot more popular in the coming days and weeks than you usually are, because to me it just felt like you were pulling lots of things or people or situations towards you. So just know that energy could still apply for the coming days and weeks. Could bleed over, but we're going to see what we have for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe. We could be seeing someone else's. You know how tarot goes. So let's get it going. 3 cards here for Cancer to start off. What's going on for my friends? Thank you. Okay, Queen of Wands, a big card of the self. That's a very confident, sexy type of energy too. So I do like it. We'll talk about it. I mean, could just be connected to a fire sign. Let's get a couple more out here. Generally like the Queen of Wands. Oh, we got the Hermit, 2 totally opposite energies. Where one is kind of just being quiet, the other one is like boisterous. Really odd. Okay, let's get one more out here and we'll talk about it. What's going on for Cancer? Now this last one's being specific. There we go. Queen of Cups. Lots of people again. So we do have this little theme starting to emerge that we saw last week. There's just a lot of people in the energy, or a lot of things affecting your energy. So let's talk about, let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into that juicy intuitive stuff. So at first glance, we are seeing a nice little elemental mix. We have some fire, we have some earth, we have some water. There is a theme, a pattern starting to emerge. Notice that on the split ends, we have double queens. And I always say in tarot, specifically with core cards, if they're not representing people, queens rule the internal aspect of the suit that they're in. So we have this fiery one, we have the emotional depths. So like there could be a lot of internal things going on in this time for Cancer, and everyone knows Cancerians feel things in a very deep way. Again, it could be people as well. So let's go through piece by piece and really start to build this out. So position number one, we have the Queen of Wands. As I said, we have opposites. All of these energies are totally different. And the Queen of Wands, again, if it's a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, that could be it, cut and dry. It's not always gender specific. But when I see the Queen of Wands, she embodies that internal fire, the motivation, the passion, the drive for action, which can be a good thing. But at the same time, she could be a little unpredictable. I always say that with this Queen of Wands, like the way she reacts to things, you don't quite know what you're going to get or how this person might react. The Queen of Wands is about confidence, how you feel about yourself, how you look at yourself in the mirror. Are you feeling good? Are you feeling confident? Are you feeling a little less confident about something? She is a card of beauty and aesthetics again. So for a portion of you, maybe you're changing something about your look. Maybe you're paying attention to how you look and present yourself to the world. So we'll see how this all plays out. She is an action card. So the fact that we're leading off with the fiery action could be good. Very outgoing. Now moving to the center, the total opposite, we have the Hermit. So whereas this one is outgoing, limelight, hey, talk to me, look at me. This other one is like, do not look at me. I'm pulling my energy back. Hermit. So for a portion of you, maybe this is a Virgo that you're connected to. Doesn't always have to be the case. And every card in the deck has positives and challenges. The positives of the Hermit, it's very spiritual. It's an extremely wise type of energy too, where it's like, I've been through a lot of things. I've seen a lot of things. I know a lot of things. The Hermit is very much self-reflective as well. So for a lot of the Cancerians in this time, maybe you're going within, doing a little self-reflection about yourself, about a situation, about other people. That could definitely be it. But again, this card is retracting and pulling back its energy. So you might be doing that in regards to a situation or even a person where it's like, oh yeah, let me take a step back here real quick. In its roughest sense, the Hermit could speak about quiet, not speaking. This is a mysterious card as well, similar to the High Priestess. So it could be something that is unsaid as of right now. So watch out for communication issues as well. But there is this little aspect of mystery and unknown attached to it. So we'll get that tucked in right there. Now, as we move towards the back end, we have the beautiful, lovely Queen of Cups. This could be representing you, my friends, or another water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Again, not gender specific. And if queens represent the internal aspects of the suit, the Queen of Cups goes double or even triple when it comes to the emotional realm, right? Because it's internal, but it's also the realm of emotions here. So in my simplistic style, since this is a water sign read, the clarifier could just tell us the way you're going to be feeling, something that could be coming towards you. But we're thinking of deep, intense emotions here whenever she shows up. She is a card of creativity. It's a shoulder to lean on. It's very imaginative. And this is also a big card of love. Love you have for someone else, love that someone may have for you. So we really want to see what's up with her. Now, the challenge when it comes to the Queen of Cups is the fact that she could be prone to suppress things. So when we have a card of mystery and the Hermit, and we have this Queen of Cups, this could be somebody keeping an emotion quiet. And oftentimes with the Queen of Cups, if something is suppressed too long, eventually it comes bubbling out. So we'll really want to take a look at that for sure. So whether these are people, whether they're just different energies you might be dealing with in this time, I want to dive deeper on all of it. So let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here. What do we got for my Cancer friends, please? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot. Because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Going on that Queen of Wands. And if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Cancer, you could drop it right in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, Queen of Wands. What's happening here? It says confidence. How's someone looking at themselves? What is that Queen of Wands here? King of Pentacles. So more and more and more people. So for a lot of Cancerians in this time, there could be something that happens, something that goes down that does give you a nice confidence boost. For a big chunk of you, this is a great energy when it comes to career, when it comes to business, whether you're starting something new, looking for something new, or just how you might be feeling in the coming days and weeks. I love what I'm feeling here if we're not talking about the massive amount of people that have been in your energy since last week. It's still here. Now, the king, as with all kings, represents control of their suit. This is a card of blessings, abundance, feeling very sturdy. And the fact that it came in the upright, when I see it under a card of self-confidence, I feel for a lot of you, there could be a big winner victory coming in for a lot of Cancerians. Now, whether this is an interpersonal thing, since there's so many people here, or whether it's just something involving yourself and your journey, I feel like this is someone that they're feeling good. They're feeling good about themselves. And this could go the same if you're a cross watcher as well. We have almost the whole zodiac out here, so I don't really want to narrow it down to a couple of specific signs. Literally, we have 3/4 of the zodiac in the mix. But the very solid, stable energy under the confidence, I feel for a lot of Cancerians, a situation could really go your way where you're feeling stable and comfy. So I'm liking this so far. It's just like an energy gauge, because I feel like we're going to get more messages as we go along. So we're just going to leave it at that for now. Let's see what the Hermit has to say, because we're at least starting from a good place. The Hermit might be a little speed bump, though. So what is happening with that Hermit? Please. Thank you. Page of Cups, another person. Surprise, surprise, surprise. All right, Cancer, for a lot of you in this time, you might have a surprising or an unexpected talk. Straight up and down. Just the fact that we have so many people showing up here, and now we have a card of communication, of talking, of reaching out and sharing emotion underneath this Hermit. For a big portion of you, this could be someone where communication has been a little choppy, where there's just been something that this person has been wanting to say, where they feel like something's been left unsaid. There's something they still want to get off their chest, and they are going to one way or another. So with this mysterious card of the Hermit, with the Page of Cups, I do feel like this is someone emerging, and it could be a surprising or an unexpected talk. Very simple, but it's almost mind-blowing to me that last week we had so many court cards. This week we have so many court cards. So for a portion of you, there could be multiple people, multiple conversations, or just you're still pulling that magnetic energy in a very powerful way. For some of you, there could be family situations. For another portion of you, it could be work, just because there's so many people. Once again, the surprising or unexpected talk is here, especially with the Page of Cups underneath the Hermit. Very small portion of you, there might be someone you're purposely avoiding and trying to not talk to as well. So keep that in mind. But even with that being said, I feel like it could come from various different directions. So even if there is someone you're avoiding or not talking to, might be having other things approach you. It just feels like a lot to me, but not necessarily in a rough way. Let's keep moving forward to the Queen of Cups. We'll see what she has to say. Then we'll do our quick little recap before we get into the shadow. So why is the Queen of Cups here? Please. You know, like the one on the front, the energy in the front is like very confident and out there. The one in the center is very reserved and a little shy. Empress, and that's another person possibly we have here. This is a very good result. That's the one thing I will say. Like, we have the Venus energy, very powerful divine feminine energy here on the back end. Blessings, potential, abundance. So even though we have this energy here in the center, that little bit of quietness and a conversation coming out of nowhere, when I see the Empress under the Queen of Cups, there is just so much depth of feeling and emotion. Now, she could represent Libra, Taurus. Again, I don't want to go into specific zodiac signs just because there's so much out here already, but she's Venus energy. And it does align with this King of Pentacles that we have here up front too, where it speaks about the stability, the blessings, a very positive result. So there are possible wins coming in for a lot of Cancerians in this time. Good news, exciting news, good talks. It's just this energy here in the center that's kind of like a curveball. So it's like, okay, on the outside, we have a lot of these good energy stabilizing, but in this center here, it's like a little bit of a curveball. So Absolutely expect various different individuals coming in this time. Let's go through and do a quick recap because I feel like your message this week is pretty simple, straightforward. You still have that nice magnetic pull. So if things didn't elapse last week, they're probably going to. But if you kindly look in the box before we get to the shadow card, position number one, we have the Queen of Wands with the King of Pentacles, people everywhere. And I did say this is someone that gets a confidence boost or someone that's feeling good about themselves or feeling stable. So just know there might be a winner victory that comes in that makes you feel good about yourself. And that's a really good thing. Very claimable type of energy here. Moving to the center is the only little unknown or mystery we have going on. We have the Hermit with the Page of Cups in the upright. So for a portion of you, maybe there is someone you're not really speaking to or you're purposely ignoring or avoiding. But aside from that, I'm getting possible multiple unexpected or surprising talks and conversations in this time. I'm not seeing huge red flags. I'm just seeing a lot of energy. Because on the back end, the Queen of Cups has the Empress, kind of like a mirror energy of what we have here in the front. So the blessings, the abundance, the care and deep emotion. So I feel for a lot of you, there could be things going right for you. If things have been tough, you're probably going to turn a corner or things are going to get better and start to alleviate because we have multiple wins showing up within this week's reading. So yeah, please take a screenshot of that. Let's see what's in the shadows for you. And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing. And if you've made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. Okay, let's get this shadow card out here. Now for the Cancerians, thank you. And another person. And so we've completed the whole entire zodiac here, Cancer. We have our good friend, our good pal, the King of Swords himself. So we got earth, we have water, we have fire, we have air. We're completing all of them. So it could be any and everyone showing up in your reading this week. Now, what's the difference with the King of Swords from the King of Pentacles? This one is in the realm of like the money, the finance, the material world. This is a strategic one. This is a plan-based energy. It's very determined as well, extremely smart. So when we see this as a shadow card, it could be spirit saying like, there might be someone that has some little plans going, or maybe you need to strategize something a little better. We do have a lot of beautiful, positive, flowing energy that's starting to come your way. And if you couple that with some preparedness or strategy in one form or another, it could go really well for you. One thing I will say about the King of Swords, though, it can be a little cold. So although we have this good, beautiful energy within the reading itself, the fact that this is in the shadows, be discerning about the people that you're dealing with in this time. Your gut, your intuition will lead you right. If their energy feels a little off or they feel a little cold or disconnected, trust that intuition because that could be a very aggressive individual. So we're just going to leave it at that, Cancer. That's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details. The July subscriber surprise. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can check out my digital calendar at my website, mastermetaphysics.com. The link is down below, but for the July subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of another one of my favorite decks, the Wizard's Tarot. Absolutely beautiful and works great. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed. And second, since I have the travel bug lately, let me know down in the comments what is the most beautiful place you visited in person. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.